Hey, what's up YouTubers, and welcome back to another Todd E. Walnuts collection overview video. Today we're going to go over the Shameless Entertainment company line. This is another British company. This is a company that I haven't purchased anything from them in quite a while. I think that they do have a couple more releases that I'm missing, so I'm going to have to check those guys out. This is a really cool company. They have a lot of kind of obscure horror movies, and this is going to be a much shorter video than I've normally been doing. The last couple of videos I've had were feature length, like an hour and a half, so this will be quite short compared to that, because basically all we have is one shelf and then like a third of another shelf. So let's get into it, check it out. I want to thank everybody who's been watching. I've been getting a pretty good response lately of views and comments. I really appreciate that. One of these days I'm going to have to do a shout out video and kind of show a little love to the regular commenters and people who show support to me quite a bit. So one of these days I'll do a shout out video and call some names out and the people I recognize in the comments section, because I really do appreciate that. So with that said, let's get into the Shameless Entertainment collection that I have here. Let's see what I have. So one thing I really like about the company is everything is very uniform and neat looking. These look really good on the shelves. They are known for their yellow cases, which I really like too. It goes good together on the shelf like that. The first 20 releases, these are in spine number order, 1 through 20. You can see that it spells out Shameless on the spine, which I think is a pretty good gimmick. I really like that. So they have mostly DVDs in this company, but they have been releasing Blu-rays, and I have a little section here at the end. And like I said, I think I'm missing maybe a couple or maybe even a handful. I'm gonna have to go back and check those guys out. It's a very small micro company. I think it's a one-man show over there. So let's get into the first one here. These are in plastic cases. These are kind of the old school plastic cases, where these were like the slipcover types where you can just slide them in, which I don't buy those anymore. I buy the ones that completely cover the movies. This is the New York Ripper, spine number 1. And this one was re-released later with a better print. Spine number 2 is Deodato's Phantom of Death, finally uncut. First time on UK DVD. And you can see that it has a reversible sleeve with the Italian title. Spine number 3 is called Killer Nun, finally uncut, first time on UK DVD. Now these were put out quite a while ago, so probably 10 years ago or so. The movie is from 1978, but this was probably put out like maybe 2010 through 2012, maybe something like that. You can see there's the reversible cover with the alternate title. Next one is Sergio Martino's Torso, and this one was finally uncut for the first time on DVD. Also called Carnal Violence was the alternate title. There's a reversible cover. Spine number 5 is Massimo Dallamano's Venus in Furs, also called Devil in the Flesh. These are all opened and have been viewed, and they had these little stickers on the cellophane on the outside of the packaging, but I took them off and placed them exactly where they had them on the cellophane, just because I like to keep those as a collectible, kind of a little memento. There is the reversible cover with the alternate title. Next one is Fulci's The Black Cat. Reversible cover. See, these are really nice and really collectible. They look great. Let's see. The only bad thing about these kind of slipcover things is they get caught on each other when you try to slide them back in. These are not very good. I like the newer plastic covers. The next one's called Flavia the Heretic. And this is spine number 7. Kind of a sexploitation, nunsploitation movie. The next one is another Fulci movie called Manhattan Baby. This one's a really creepy movie. Spooky Kid, you can see right there. I forget the boy's name, but he was in a few Italian horror movies. And I'm not going to spend too much time looking for it. Next one is a pretty fun movie. It's called Night Train Murders. Finally uncut. It was also called The Late Night Trains. There's the reversible cover. Movie from 1974. And spine number 10 is called The Frightened Woman. And so I make these videos, well, more or less just for a hobby for myself, but also to give you guys ideas of what is out there. In case something, catches your fancy here and there's something that you like, you might want to seek it out and try to add it to your collection. So let's see here. What is this? Spine number 11, My Dear Killer. Awesome cover. And the next one here is called The Rat Man. And there was a little guy, a little actor in here. At the time, they're right there, he was the Rat Man. I think he was like 2 foot something. I think he was under 3 feet tall, and at the time he was the smallest actor in the world, but I believe he has passed away. His name was Nelson de la Rosa, if you want to look him up, but that's him, and that's the full size of the little guy. He was the Rat Man. I should just leave one of these out so I don't have to keep fighting with them. Next one is called What Have They Done to Your Daughters? Pretty good slasher. Giallo movie. Had some pretty good gore in it too. That's the alternate cover. Another movie from 1974. And the next one here is Aldo Lato's Who Saw Her Die? These are really nice. Movie from 1972. Spine number 15 is called The Designated Victim. This one's called a Shameless Fan Edition. There's the reverse. In my opinion, those are some of the best movies ever made, the Italian slashers or giallo movies. Next one's called Strip Nude for Your Killer. I know some of these have been released by other companies on Blu-ray now. This is spy number 16. 17 is called Oasis of Fear. This is Umberto Lenzi. Also called Dirty Pictures, and there's the reverse with the alternate title. And spy number 18 is called Watch Me When I Kill. Antonio Beto, 1977. You get a little box there for the special features. Spy number 19 is called Baba Yaga, The Final Cut. There's the reversible cover. And this movie is from 1973. And number 20 is called Footprints on the Moon. And there's the reversible cover with the foreign title. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. So that was the first 20 that made up the Shameless logo, which looks really good. I'm going to pause it here for a minute, take a drink, and then we'll get into this little tin and we'll keep moving. The next title up is the Bronx Warriors Trilogy from Enzo G. Castellari, and it came in this nice tin. I took them out already to save a little time. It comes in this embossed tin that has a kind of a swing tray that opens up, and you can put the 3 movies inside. And this is spy number 21, so it fits right in order with where we left off at. And then these were numbered 21.1, the Bronx Warriors, 21.2, Escape from the Bronx, and 21.3, the New Barbarians. And we'll flip them, take a look at the back. I think this one, when I ordered it, they must have put some of this stuff in when the tin was still wet when they painted it, because there's a lot of black paint that kind of got smeared on just about everything here in the set. So, I mean, by the time it got to me, it was dry, but I think they put the movies in the tin when it was still wet, because this took a long time to get from the UK to good old great state of Wisconsin. But there's the reversible cover for the Bronx Warriors. These are really fun movies. They're calling that the Bronx Warriors 2, Escape from the Bronx. And it says Warriors of the Wasteland, which was also called the New Barbarians. So that's a nice little set. I do recommend it. I think it was very affordable too. So I'm going to put all this stuff back and we'll keep moving. So the tin was spy number 21. Number 22 is Joe D'Amato's Love Goddess of the Cannibals, starring Serpa Lane. You guys may remember her from La Bête, aka The Beast. Yeah, she died very young. I don't remember how she died, but I think she was maybe only in her 30s when she passed. I'd have to double check that though. Spy number 23, Satan's Baby Doll. That's another great cover. I've always loved that cover. There's a reversible La Bimba di Satana, sexploitation movie. Now here's another Serpa Lane movie, The Beast in Space, and this was kind of a, I guess, sequel to La Bête, or The Beast. This was The Beast in Space, which came some years later. I don't remember exactly how many, but it was maybe a decade or close to it, I think. And I do remember that this one was in Italian language with English subtitles. Then I have a couple box sets. I think I purchased one originally, and then one came in a trade. I traded somebody a whole bunch of stuff, and they threw this one in as part of the trade. So this is called Fulci's Box of Terror, and it's a nice little box set. And here, hold on a second. Let me pull this one out. This one's better, I think. This one's in better condition. Yeah, this one looks a lot better. So in this box set, you get Manhattan Baby, the Black Cat, and the New York Ripper. And there's the back. There's also a booklet in there. Reversible cover for the 3 movies. The New York Ripper from 1982. That one was not completely uncut at that time, but they were touting it as the longest UK release up to that point, but it had since then been uncut in the UK now. So Manhattan Baby also from 1982, and the Black Cat from 1981. So Fulci wasn't playing around, man. He put out 3 movies, and they're pretty good movies too. I don't know how he did it, but he put out 3 movies in 1 year. From 1981 to 82, he put out 3 movies. So here is spine number 29, and this is a better print of the New York Ripper, which was spine number 1. I'm going to pull that one out. So it was spine 1 here on the left, and it was spine 20, what did I say, 29 on the right. And I think it was also uncut at this point. Let me see here. It doesn't say for sure, so I could be wrong about that too, but I know that the print was better for the second release of it, but it still may have been cut. Maybe one of you guys out there can tell me. Let me see if I can get this back in here now. All right, very good movie though, one of my favorites. Spine number 30, Sergio Martino, The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. There's the reversible cover. This is a movie from 1971. Spine number 31 is Cannibal Holocaust, Deodato. I think this is overhyped. Everybody says that it's the sickest movie ever made, but it's not. I mean, there's a lot of movies that are that surpass this by far, in my opinion. But this has 2 films, and it says it includes the first ever director's new edit. So you get the original cut and the new director's edit. And there's a reversible cover. So moving right along here, now we have number 32 and 32.1. These are the same movie, it just has a different cover. This one here on the left, this is Umberto Lenzi's Almost Human. Has a lenticular cover, which doesn't do a whole lot. You can see like some heads moving, but it's a pretty cool little gimmick. I like it. And it's a pretty good movie too. Tomas Milian, Henry Silva. Some good, there's Henry right there. There's Tomas right there. pretty good flick. And then this was the regular cover here, which both of them look great, and I wanted to get them both for the collection. They do have different spine numbers, 32 and 32.1. So number 33 is Full Cheese, Don't Torture a Duckling. Movie from 1972. There's the reverse. That is old school. That's actually the collector's booklet that comes inside the edition. So spine number 34 is called The House on the Edge of the Park. This is another Deodato movie. David Hess, always one of the best creeps or villains in the movies. He was a good actor. Spine number 35 is Argento's Four Flies on Gray Velvet. I don't hear too many people really ever talk about this one. This is a pretty good one. This one kind of goes under the radar, I think. And there's the reverse. Movie from 1971. And so I get this in here. Put it up on top there. Spine number 36 is called Delamore, or The Cemetery Man. I'm sure most of you guys have seen this one by now. Michele Soavi, movie from 1994. It's in English and Italian audio. You can watch it in both. Comes with the booklet. This movie right here is great. Not too many people really ever talk about this. I have heard there's a couple YouTubers that talk about this one, but not too many people do. And that's Dick Maas's Amsterdam. This is a great movie. It really is. The first time I ever saw it, I didn't really know anything at all about it. I went into it completely blind, and I was blown away how good this movie was. It has a really good boat chase scene. It's a pretty good killer. It's a good kills. The killer is really creepy. Has everything you want from a horror suspense movie. There's the reverse. I definitely strongly recommend this one if you guys like slasher movies. Right now, number 38 is The House with the Laughing Windows. Such clever titles to their movies. There's a reversible cover. I have this in a media book. It's a good movie. Spot number 39 is the first slipcover edition, and this was Ursula Andress in The Nurse. And they're calling it a striporama action sleeve. Hey, is that Linnea Quigley? I think I recognize her. No, this is a pretty good movie though. Jack Palance, 1975. And Ursula Andress was a babe. I believe she was in some of the James Bond movies, or at least one of them. Spy number 40 is called Viva. I have never watched this one yet. This one also came with the slipcover. A film by Anna Biller, and I'm not really familiar with Anna Biller. I think she did that vampire movie a couple of years ago, and I'm kind of drawing a blank. Maybe one of you guys can help me on that, or I could always Google it too when I'm done. This was kind of a cool gimmick, this next one. It's my number 41. Hold on, I'm going to drop it here. I didn't mean to take that off, but there's a slicker. We call it a rain slicker or a raincoat here in the US. I think they call it a Mac over in the UK. But this is called Formula for a Murder, starring David Warbeck. He's a killer, and he wears the yellow slicker or yellow Mac or yellow raincoat in the movie. This is also called 7 Hyden Park. I'm sure many of you, if not most of you, are familiar with the movie. But Shameless Entertainment included a yellow slicker or Mac with the release, and I thought that was pretty cool. And they affixed it to the back of the movie with little glue dots, and I think they're kind of getting old and dried out, so it's not really effective anymore. It's not sticking, but I want to keep that with the movie, otherwise I'll lose it. I'll end up throwing it away on accident or something. But so yeah, that is Formula for a Murder, also known as 7 Hyde Park, and David Warbeck does go berserk in that movie. Next one is called Contraband. This is a Fulci movie, also called The Smuggler. Check out this. How's that for a lenticular cover? Look at the back of his head. That may be one of the most effective lenticular covers I've ever seen. That is beautiful. And the last one for this shelf is kind of another gimmick. It's another Deodato movie called The Washing Machine, and it comes in this little tin. And when you pop it open, here, let me see if I can do this without putting a dent in it. Oh geez, it's really slippery too. All right, so there's really nothing to it. It didn't come with a booklet or anything. It just has the movie in there. What it looks like, there's a body with bubbles, like it's inside of this washing machine. So I thought that was a pretty cool gimmick. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to pause it here, take another drink of tea, and then we'll continue. So here we are at the very tail end of the collection here. And what I told you, there wasn't too many of them, and this should go pretty quick here. So we have a couple more DVDs, and then we got a little stack of Blu-rays, which I'll pull those off to the side for now. We'll go through the DVDs first. Let me see here, hold on. It's much easier to do this with a full shelf. All right. So spine number 45 is called The Sister of Ursula. This is a numbered art edition. Apparently that's what it says at the top. So on the back, it says it was limited to 2,000 pieces. I got number 203. And there is the reversible cover with the Italian title. And it has an interview with the director. So it's a pretty cool edition. The next one's called Top Sensation, also known as The Seducers. This was also another limited edition. I got number 49 of 2,000. And this one came with a book, but the book was way bigger than the movie, so it's a shame that it was like that. It's like a coloring book. It could have been a little bit smaller so you can fit it inside, just so you can kind of keep the collectible together. But because eventually I'll probably end up accidentally damaging that or something. But yeah, that's another cool edition. That was spine number 46. And spine number 47, Michele Soave's The Church. This is the extended edition. There's the reverse. And this one is not numbered. Movie from 1989. I'm sure most of you guys know that one. It's kind of, it's grown to cult status over the years. This one is really cool. It's a little bit dusty, but I like the way that they did this. It's a DVD box set called the Slasher Nasties Triple Bill. You get Torso, Night Train Murders, and Killer Nun, and it's made to look like a VHS tape, and it's beautiful. It really looks good. On the spine, it looks like you have the logo or the label, whatever you want to call it. And then on the back, it's made to look like it's kind of worn out, like it's really been used and abused. Have creases in it, although it's in mint condition. It's just made to look like that. And then each of the movies get their own disc, and there's a booklet. It's a really beautiful set. Really, really like it. And then they did something similar coming up too, but this next one's called the Shameless Sexploitation Triple Cinema Bill. You get the Love Goddess of the Cannibals, Satan's Baby Doll, and the Beast in Space. All three of those also had a single release. But this one comes with kind of a slip box. And you pull it out, you get the case. And again, it's made to look like, this time it's made to look like a Beta Max tape. It has the little fake stickers on there. It's very, very cool. I'm a sucker for the retro media, and I appreciate the gimmicks of, you know, some of these are made to look like old media. Let me pause it here for a minute and put that away. And the next one, this one is called the Pop Erotica Fest. You get Venus in Furs, Baba Yaga, and the Frightened Woman. And this looks like a cassette tape. Really nice, actually. Very well done. And again, it's a little dusty, but I haven't touched these in a while. There you have the titles on the back with the little synopsis of each. And then when you open up the packaging, they each come on their own disc. And the last box set is called Deodato's Cinema of Death. You get Cannibal Holocaust, The House on the Edge of the Park, and Phantom of Death. And this one was limited to 1,000. I didn't even realize that. I got number 496. He may still have some stock on his website if you go check him out at, it's shamelessentertainment.com. I'll leave a link down below too, so you guys can just click that link and go over there and check him out. And if you guys have been paying attention and keeping score, and you notice which ones I'm missing, please comment, let me know, because I'll definitely have to go pick those up. Because like I said, it's been a long time since I've gone over there and bought anything. This is a Blu-ray DVD combo, but it's in a DVD sized case. This is a dual format edition of the 10th Victim. It has a lenticular cover, but it just kind of shows the depth. Well, I guess not. It shows like she's shooting something out of her boobs, right? She has a boob gun, a double barrel boobie gun, blowing that target to hell. Look at that. And there's the reversible cover. This was number 1104. So that was it for the DVDs. Now let me flip these back up. See if I can do this with one hand. I have pretty big hands. I should be able to do that. Yeah, we'll be able to do this. These are the DVDs. These are the Blu-rays I have. And let's see, 1, 2, 11 of them. I'm not sure how many they made total of Blu-rays over there, so I'm gonna have to go check that out. But these are also spine numbered, 1 through 11. If I would have saw that sooner, I wouldn't have had to count them, right? But I just now saw that. Here's New York Ripper again on Blu-ray, and they keep tagging that as the sickest movie ever made, but by far it is not even close. It's a great movie, but it's not the sickest movie ever made. Spine number 2 is Cannibal Holocaust. And that's not the sickest movie ever made either. Here is 4 Flies on Gray Velvet. The Church. The Sect, also called The Devil's Daughter. It's another Michele Soavi movie. Almost Human. All the Colors of the Dark, starring George Hilton, who was also in many spaghetti western movies. He was an all-around great talent, George Hilton. Here's Sergio Martino's The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. Here is Torso. And that was the first time it was on Blu-ray in the UK. It does have other releases now, though. Here is the only slipcover that was issued to the Blu-rays. At least for the ones that I have. He may have some since that have slipcovers, but this was the only one that he had. This is called Mountain of the Cannibal God, also known as the Slave of the Cannibal God. This one might be numbered. It is 163, but I don't know how many he made. It's a movie from 1978. And the last one here is, I almost fell over, Cannibal Ferox, an Umberto Lenzi movie. And this one's number 199, but I don't know what it was limited to. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit shorter than the other ones I've been uploading, but again, I want to thank all you guys for the thumbs up and the views and the comments. I really appreciate it. And I've been getting some subs, so hello to the new subs. If you want to introduce yourself, leave a comment. It's always good to talk to you guys. I think the next video I'm going to make is going to be my Indicator Powerhouse box sets, which that should be another short video because I only have like less than 10. So I'll show those, or maybe roughly around 10. And then I have a couple of just regular single editions, and I'll show those as well. Talk a little bit about the box sets, and so be on the lookout for that. I may do that again tomorrow. Other than that, I do have a little piling up for another update video, but I think I'm going to wait for another week or so. And I may be selling some stuff on my channel because I'm trying to plan a trip in October. I'm going to go to a horror con. I'm not going to say which one yet, or I'm not even going to talk about it yet just because I'm not sure if it's going to happen. But if I'm going to need to sell a couple things for the trip, so I may do a video here selling some of my editions. So be on the lookout for that as well. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave those below. Otherwise, thanks again for watching. I appreciate the heck out of you. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Later.